Live and local.
It's Allen Stiles
on Sactown Sports.
We will be second to no one. And look, I know what everyone is going to say. Someone's just getting into their car right now saying, Allen, why are you wasting your time talking about the Kings getting Giannis? Well, I'll tell you like this. I think it would be disrespectful to the people of Sacramento and Sacramento Kings fans everywhere to not discuss Giannis. And at first, I wasn't. And I wanted to keep everything more realistic. But you know what? Reality is going to hit us. So why not live in a world where something could happen that you didn't expect? Now, is it probable? No. Is it possible? Yes, because anything is possible until it's not. And again, it starts right here in the 916 with a level of belief. I reference my mother a lot on this show. If you don't believe in yourself, why in the hell should anybody else believe in you? If we don't think that Giannis would want to come out here and some of these big names, then why should they? Now, there is a level of Dallas Cowboy, Los Angeles Laker delusion that I don't want to necessarily dip into. But as most things in life, there is a happy medium. And my job on this show for 4 hours is to try to find that happy medium. Now, sometimes I go hot, sometimes I go cold. But Kyle and I work together to try to get this situation to a point where you can at least say, hey, I mean, yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but okay, I'm listening. And with that being said, Kyle, let's hear those trade packages. I want to hear if there's one so wild that somebody would say no. Because in theory, there's nothing you would say no to unless there is. All right, Kyle, the floor is yours.
All right, so let's go with the two possible trade packages. Number one, the Milwaukee Bucks are tearing this thing to the ground package. Mm-hmm. In this deal, the Kings get Giannis Antetokounmpo and Allen's favorite, Bobby Portis.
Oh, give him the whole team. Just run Giannis and Bobby out there with Sabonis and Keon Ellis. We don't even need 5 players.
In this deal, the Bucks would get, for Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis, Zach LaVine, Keegan Murray,
goodbye,
Devin Carter,
au revoir,
6 first-round picks,
adios,
2 future pick swaps, the Charlotte second-rounder that we get because of the Spurs trade, and another second-rounder in 2031. So to add that up, that is 6 first-round picks, 2 pick swaps, and 2 second-round picks.
And this is green. This is a success.
This would work, yes. It would be Sacramento's 2026, 2028, 2030, and 2032 firsts. The Spurs first they got in the Fox trade, and the unprotected Minnesota pick that they got in the Fox trade.
Look, man, we asked the question, what is Sac State cooking with all these recruits? What is Kyle cooking? Why does this seem not completely insane from the Bucks side of things? Now, obviously, there will be teams that can whip up better packages. We get all that. But for the sake of the drill, I mean, where do I sign?
You would give up your entire future for a team that is, if I'm doing the math correct here, insert generic point guard.
Dennis Schroeder,
Keon Ellis, DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, Giannis, Bobby Portis, Jonas Valanciunas, and Malik.
Off the bench.
Yes,
in a heartbeat. All day.
You would give up your entire future for
what future? Team. Bleep them kids.
For 2 years.
Yes.
2 years and possibly a third.
This would be the biggest star in the history of the Sacramento Kings. You would immediately be in the conversation to actually do something. I don't know what these picks are going to be. They could all be garbage. You might end up trading him away to somebody else anyway. I'm doing it.
But in this scenario, this is your team for the next 2 years.
Yeah, great.
It's generic point guard, Keon, DeRozan, Giannis, Sabonis, and then coming off the bench, Malik, Bobby Portis, and Jonas Valanciunas.
Get Sabonis in the gym, shooting them threes all day long. Okay? That's all you need to figure it out. A little bit of a quicker release. This is not, look, man, I don't know if this is coffee or Kool-Aid, but I'm drinking it anyway. I'm in. I don't think this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Now, again, somebody wants to give more than that, sure, but maybe they don't. Maybe somebody says that's a little rich for my blood for 2 years.
Maybe Orlando says, I don't want to give up Anthony Black and Jet Howard and 4 unprotected firsts.
916, glad you're not the GM. Yeah, let's hang out in the play-in. Let's hang out and play in purgatory for a long time. Yeah, 916, you're buying a Giannis jersey if he comes to Sacramento for 2 years. You're buying a Giannis jersey if he comes here for 2 months. We're still talking about Scott Perry like he's been here for 5 years. He was here 3 for 4 months. Allen with a great connection to talk for 7 years. Stop it. Giannis for 2 years. Stop playing with me. Do the deal.
Well, now we have trade package number 2, which is the Bucks still want to win now, even though they're trading Giannis.
All right. I'm still listening.
So in that deal, the Kings would get Giannis Antetokounmpo and Kyle Kuzma.
Now I'm definitely in.
For Domantas Sabonis, Malik Monk, Keegan Murray, 4 future first-round picks, and 2 pick swaps.
Huh.
Which would leave you with a roster.
Yeah, let me hear what I have left.
So now you have insert generic. Well, actually, you still have DeRozan to trade. So let's say they get DeJounte Murray because you love DeJounte Murray.
Oh, now I'm in. Okay, now we're cooking.
So then we would have DeJounte Murray, Keon Ellis, Zach LaVine, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jonas Valanciunas, and then coming off the bench we would have Kyle Kuzma, and that's it for now. And Isaac Jones. Oh, I'm sorry. They would also still keep Devin Carter in this situation.
So here's the thing. I think I like the starting lineup for trade package 2 better than trade package 1.
DeJounte Murray, Keon Ellis, Zach LaVine.
Oh, my goodness.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, my goodness.
And big Vasuino Ansas.
I think I like that starting lineup. I think that lineup makes more sense, but I like the rotation of trade package 1 better.
Well, that makes sense because in trade package 1, you are giving up literally your entire future, but in trade package 2, you're kind of in the in-between. You're giving up some of the picks, but they would still have in that scenario the Spurs first rounder, one of their first rounders, and all of the Hornets seconds to still potentially make roster upgrades. So in the second one, you're not getting as much, but you still have more room to go even more all in than that insane situation would be.
Winston Smith says, think big. Allen, not bad. Could win it. I'm in too. Ahmed Rock says, no bench step. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. You ever have those friends? Hey, what are we doing once we get there? Right? You go to music festivals. Where are we staying? Oh, we'll just figure it out.
Would trading for Giannis convince Jake LaRavia to sign the biannual option?
Yes. You keep Jake the Legend or whatever nickname Kyle Draper has for him right now. You keep Jake.
Butter situation.
That is a butter situation, Jake. The Giannis.
Butter situation.
Giannis hitting the beam for 2 years. Come on, people. What are we actually talking about? 916 says, nope, that team with Giannis doesn't have enough three-point shooting. The first team doesn't. The second team does. The second team has a worse bench, but the second team, I believe, has enough three-point shooting if Kyle Kuzma remembers how to shoot a basketball.
Yeah, you would still have Kyle Kuzma, Keon Ellis, and Devin Carter. That's something.
Sacramento, you deserve this.
We really don't.
You do.
This is like the Lakers landing Luka. It would be like we've just messed everything up.
No, but it's not because, again, Laker fans, they have this they've been putting different players and cropping different players into Laker jerseys forever. Laker fans don't deserve anything. They deserve their childish coach, J.J. Redick, throwing temper tantrums. That's what they deserve, a first-round exit. Now get out of my face. Sacramento deserves this. Sacramento, the fans didn't do any of this. Sacramento, with what the league has done to them in the past, we know about those series back then and all the garbage from the refs. Sacramento deserves this.
I also, when we do these, make a list of other teams that would potentially be in on Giannis. I came up with 15.
I beg your pardon?
15 other teams would be able to create comparable trade packages.
That's not important right now, okay? Do those teams have a beam?
They don't.
That's what I thought. 916-339-1140, 12 o'clock hour coming up next. Chris Watkins will join us in about 10 minutes. We're taking your calls. Am I crazy on the Giannis thing? Is there anybody that says, Allen, that's too much even for Giannis? We reread those packages for you, and also we discuss the point guard situation. Are we making too much of a big deal? Allen Stiles, Sactown Sports.